First, I just want to start by encouraging you to take your time to find a place for your mat and a setup that feels right for you. Take the time to get what you need. If you need blocks or a bolster for under your knees for Shavasana, or a blanket. Make your space safe and sacred for you. And then I want you to just take a moment to look around the room that you're in and orient yourself to the actual space. So you see the shapes of objects in the room, colors, and find something that feels comforting and familiar, like an anchor in your space. Maybe it's a plant or a photo or a piece of artwork. Just notice how that object that represents familiarity and comfort feels in your body. Good, and then I just want to say a few words before we get into movement, which is that my intention for this practice is to offer a space for you to explore being in your body in a safe way, so going at your own pace, and practicing coming back to the present moment. So practicing coming back to what we're doing each moment, moment by moment by moment, which some days can be pretty effortless, and we're there, we're just there in the moment. And other days we can be somewhere, but we're fragmented, and maybe we're sweeping, but our mind is thinking about what we're going to eat for breakfast. So I just want this practice on the mat to be one where we encourage gently ourselves to come back to this present moment. That it's okay to be here right now. So with that, we'll begin by lying down on our backs. Well, once you arrive on your back, as though you were making a snow angel or an imprint on the sand, feel that your body has weight. And feel the places in the back of your body where you're meeting the earth, where the earth is meeting your body. So the back of your head, the backs of your shoulder blades, maybe the small of your back, your sacrum, some parts of your legs, your heels, and also your arms and the backs of your hands. Now just take a moment to feel the whole form of your body, the back of you, meeting the earth. And see there if you can just soften a little bit more. Begin to take some deep, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose, softening softening and relaxing into this moment right here. And then bring the soles of your feet to the mat, about mat width distance apart. And then let your knees fall to the left. Come back up through center and fall to the right. And we'll do this several times. And it's just a gentle way to begin to lubricate the joint space where the hip, where the femur bone meets the pelvis. You can feel these big femur bones as they rotate right and left, in towards the center of you and then out towards the periphery. Just feeling right now, all that there is to do is just to sense these leg bones articulating and rotating. And you might also begin to feel how the lower back finds some more movement and flexibility. And you can now allow your head to rotate in the opposite direction. And this practice, we're not trying to get to any poses, just kind of being in the moment-to-moment awareness of each movement, each transitional moment. So we're in a constant process of becoming versus arriving. Take just a couple more of these and you'll begin to feel how there's some more fluid, maybe moving all the way down to your feet. And see now, just a couple more deep breaths, if you can sense the movement from the pelvic bowl down your legs, down to your feet. This beautiful connection from your pelvic halves to the feet, and then back up from your heels to the pelvic halves. And your next time that you rotate to the left, I want you to roll your body over, push yourself up and come onto all fours to tabletop position. And we'll take a couple cat-cows here, so as your belly drops to the ground, lift your chest. And then curl your spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhale, curling the spine. Take a few more of these, following the rhythm of your breath. Allowing space and time for the body to open. Not rushing it at all. Giving it the space that it needs. And then begin to rotate your hips to the right, making a big circle with your hips one direction. And you can feel maybe now again that movement downwards from the pelvic bowl down to the heels. And then opposite direction. So you begin to rotate to the left. back to center. Plant your palms, your finger pads, and then curl your toes under. Lift your hips back to downward facing dog pose. Bend your knees deeply, and then swivel your hips side to side. And then come back to center. Lift your right leg high, feeling from your right pelvic half up through the bones of your legs, out through the heel. One line of energy. Then bend the knee, draw the knee towards the nose and lightly place the foot in between your hands. Coming onto fingertips or blocks. Take a moment here, feeling this grounding through the legs. It's really amazing what can happen here when we soften into the legs. We soften, but we also feel the immense strength of the legs here. Take a full breath in, look forward so your gaze lifts. And then on your exhale, begin to straighten the front leg, bowing in. Again, inhale forward, bend the front knee. And then exhale, straighten both legs and fold in. So we'll do this 3 more times, following your breath. And as you move, feel this flowing energy from the pelvis down through the legs, like 2 streams of water. And then the next time that your front knee bends, plant your left palm down, reach your right arm up. Take a full deep breath. And then exhale, right palm floats to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog pose. Stretch into your arms. Stretch back through the legs. And then reach your left leg high. Stretching all the way to your heel. Draw the knee towards your nose. Lightly plant the foot. And then first, from the pelvis, ground down through the leg bones. Look forward. And then on your exhale, fold in, straighten the front leg. Inhale, bend. Looking forward, so there's space in the back of your neck. Exhale, fold in. Couple more times with your own breath. Now synchronizing your breath with the movement, beginning to feel this flow as your breath and your movement become one. You begin to feel and sense your body moving fluidly. And then the next time that you bend the front knee, plant the right palm down, lift the left arm, twisting. Take a full breath here. On your exhale, reach the left hand down, step forward, Uttanasana. Bring your hands onto your hips. Draw your shoulders back. And then lift your head in line with your shoulders. Feel the rootedness in your legs. Ground into your legs. Lift your chest all the way up to standing. Release your palms. Good. Now standing in mountain pose. Just feel for a moment your leg bones anchoring down. And then then feel the spine lift and lengthen up towards the ceiling. See if there's any place that you can soften and relax so that this pose can find some ease and comfort. It might mean bending the knees. It might mean leaning your weight slightly forward or back, finding that space right in the center where you are balanced. And then open your eyes, reach your arms up to the sky. On your exhale, fold down towards your legs. Inhale, lift your spine, lengthen forward. On your exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Take a full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Roll forward to a plank position. On your exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale up to baby cobra pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog pose. Breathing really deeply through the whole form of your body so that you begin to feel an aliveness awaken. This unprecedented human being that is you begins to awaken to itself through the breath. Step your left foot forward. Take a full breath in, look forward, and then step your right foot to meet it. Full breath in, lengthen the arms up, lift up, exhale hands to your heart center. Pause for just a moment to really just ground into your being. And then inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Lunge. This time, as your legs ground, lift into high lunge. Pelvic halves to heels. And bring your hands to your heart center. Twist your left elbow to your outer right knee. If you want to open up your wings, you can lift the arms. Inhale to untwist. Bring your palms to frame your front foot, and then take a step forward with your back foot coming into pyramid pose. So for this shape, some of you might want some support underneath your hands to bring the floor up. And that can create a lot more space in your abdomen. So take the time to do that. I'm using my blocks for filming purposes, so I don't have them at the moment. And as you take this shape, as you're in this shape, you can actually a little bit sway side to side, so it's not a stagnant shape. No shape is stagnant. You're constantly in motion. Just see if you can find a little bit of movement here. And you can slowly feel how the spine is opening up, lengthening. Good. And then we'll plant the palms and step back to downward facing dog pose. Step the left foot forward. Ground into the legs. Inhale, rise up. Bring the hands to your heart and then twist right elbow outside left knee. keep the back leg engaged. Feel the connection from your right pelvic half out through your heel, that strong line of fluid energy moving from the heel also back up to your right pelvic half. Inhale, untwist, pyramid pose, step the back foot in. Again, take your time to set up this shape, so you might need to walk the back foot out further so your legs have a wider stance. So find the comfort, the ease, the gentleness here that allows for the opening. Right? And then use your breath, breathing into this moment, into this shape, to unravel and expand and unwind into this shape even more. You can nod your head a little bit. Sometimes I like to just rotate my skull left and right. Release any tension in the neck. And then plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog pose. Bend the knees again and swivel the hips. You're probably finding that there's a lot more movement and fluidity now in the hip sockets. And also just starting to flow in your body. So we'll do a couple more standing shapes. We'll reach the right leg high. Step the foot in between the hands. Come back up to the high lunge position. Flow right into the twisted prayer. So your hands come to prayer and you twist, taking any variation that you'd like. Flowing now, both hands to the mat, step forward, Parsvottanasana. And then walk the back foot back a little bit so your knee can come down to the mat. And then lift the arms up for Anjaneyasana. And notice how the stability in your right foot, so you can even press more into your big toe mound. Notice how that can really allow you the safety to lift and lengthen through the upper body. Good. Release your left palm to the mat. You can bend your back leg now and reach towards the back foot or the back heel. And then we get to open up the chest. And then use your breath, breathing into the whole shape to feel your aliveness in this present moment. And then release. Both hands to the mat. Walk your right foot to the left, coming into pigeon pose. You can first take a moment to rock your hips side to side. And taking your time to set up these shapes so that they're, optimally created and comfortable and safe for you. And then walk your hands forward. If you'd like to have padding underneath your forehead, which can be sometimes really nice, you can put a block or stack your hands. So pour yourself, even in this somewhat of a resting shape, pour your attention into this moment, into what you're doing right now, right here. Slowly walk your hands back. Press back to downward facing dog pose. Stretching through both legs, stretching through the spine, finding space. And step the left foot forward. Ground into the legs, lift through the arms, high lunge. Going right into that twist. Palms together, taking any variation. Inhaling to center, Parsvottanasana. We're beginning to flow through shapes, one to the next. A few more deep breaths here. Allowing the softening to unravel the spine. Release any tension in your jaw. Even in your fingertips. I can feel even in my fingertips here as they're pressing into the ground that I can do less. I can push into my fingers less and receive the ground more. And then coming down, back knee to the mat. Arms lift for Anjaneyasana. Find the lift back through the spine, all the way to the back of your head. And then bring the right palm down, bend the back foot, reaching back, taking the back bend here, opening up the chest, the lungs. It can feel even delicious to expand into your shape, into this form, into this moment. And then you can let go and begin to walk the left foot to the right, finding your variation of pigeon. And I didn't say this on the other side, but the leg, the front leg, can be parallel with the front of your mat, which is a very deep stretch, or it can come in. So the foot can come in towards the pelvis. So find that place where your foot wants to be. And then slowly come down into your shape, breathing fully here. And just close your eyes. And then press back to downward facing dog pose. Okay, I'm just checking the time. Another couple minutes until we come down onto the floor. So from this downward facing dog pose, walk your feet towards your hands. And then inhale, reach the arms out to the sides all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We'll do one sun salutation just to bring a little bit of flow and kind of clear the space. So pour your whole self into this one sun salutation as we greet this beautiful day. It's sunny here today, so I'm going to greet the sun as I lift my arms up and exhale, fold to the earth. Lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Take a full deep breath in, either lower chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog pose. Walk the hands back towards the feet now. And I'll open up the feet, lowering my hips down into a squat. Good. And then here, you might begin to feel a special groundedness through the heels. And you might not, but since we've been playing a lot with the sensation of the pelvis to the heels, let's see if you feel this anchoring down through the heels. And we'll come actually now, you can turn around and lie all the way down on your back. Draw the knees into your chest, slightly rock right and left, feeling the sweetness of the earth holding you. Gently rock your knees in a big circle to the right. And then a big circle to the left. And then for this next couple minutes, I invite you to allow your body to begin to move and stretch however it wants to right now. You don't have to do any traditional asanas. Maybe you do end up feeling inspired, but just allow the impulse of your body, however it wants to move and undulate, to begin to explore the space above, using the ground beneath you to push off of. You might even incorporate your head and the weightiness of your head pushing into the earth. What wants to happen in this moment in your body right now? And there really is no right way, wrong way to move. It's just your own expression. And if stillness is what's calling you, you can just take a shape that you'd like to be and place your hands somewhere on your body to connect. Just be here a couple more minutes, exploring, unraveling, unwinding, allowing the body to move. Starting to feel this fluidness throughout the whole form. This interconnectedness of the web of you through fingers and toes, through your arms, your legs. The inner fluids, the organs, they're all participating. And then slowly find your way onto your back. Bring your feet together, your knees out to the sides. Your right hand on your belly, your left hand on your heart. And use this moment of your hands contacting your body to sense yourself, to feel yourself, to be here with yourself. See if there's any message that wants to come. If your body could speak in this moment, what would it say? If there's a color, or shape, or word, or just a feeling. And then we'll bring the knees together. Draw the right knee into your chest. Lengthen your left leg long. And then extend your right leg up, holding the back of the hamstring with your hands. And just breathing into your legs, breathing into your lungs. Taking these final moments in class to notice the shifts that have happened. Switch to the other side, drawing the left knee in. Extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Just noticing how you're feeling. Is your mind any quieter? And draw your knees both into your chest. Come into a little seed shape. That's where many of us are in the spring. We're emerging into the springtime, feeling the seed shape of our being. And what is coming next? What wants to emerge? You can allow your legs now, your arms to soften down to the ground. Just as we started our practice, feeling the weightiness of your body. The quiet inside. Taking a deep breath. A deep breath out. Drawing your awareness into your body. somewhere on your body. Just to bring yourself into a sense of yourself, where you are. Bring your feet onto the ground and roll onto one side. Use your hands to support you as you come up to a seated position to end our practice. This is you now. This is you right now, right here. Take a deep breath in and out. Just know that you can come back to yourself and you can practice returning, breathing, feeling, sensing. And this presence that you are is right here. And I bow to it. I bow to you. I honor you and your practice. I honor you and your presence. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And look forward to practicing again with you soon.